Welcome to BNEWS Weekly. I'm Phil Gallagher, along with BNEWS reporters Tad Stefanak, Robert Paris, Juliana McGrain with sports, Gretchen Carey with the community calendar, and Christopher Flaherty filling in for Peter Brown. Peter Brown with weather. Thank you for joining us. Burlington Police Deputy Chief Robert Moose Kirchner recently reflected on his long career in law enforcement. Kirchner began his career with the Burlington Police Department in 1989 and spoke with BCAT about his 37 years of service to the community. Tad Stefanak has the story.
You know, I know when I speak about him, there's nobody in this room who doesn't know who he is and what he brought to the Burlington Police Department for the last 37 years to the day. He was appointed as a full-time officer back on February 20th, 1989, and went out after 37 years of admirable service back on this past Friday, February 20th of 2026.
Burlington Police Chief Brown was recently before the Select Board expressing his admiration for the now retired Deputy Chief Bob Kirchner.
It was a great career. I loved every minute of it. I grew up in Burlington. Being able to serve your hometown in that community, knowing so many people, being able to help people, it was a great experience. I couldn't have asked for anything better.
Known affectionately around town as Moose, I asked about the origin of his nickname.
Moose actually came from when I was in fifth grade at the Marshall Simons Middle School. We were playing football at recess out back, and I tackled one of my buddies, and he said, "Get off me, you big moose." And ever since then, it's stuck.
I said at his retirement luncheon, there is no person that fought for the underdog or saw the good in every single person the way he did.
All the experiences were great. My biggest thing is the people I got to work with. Think about it, 37 years, I worked with so many people, developed relationships, lifetime friendships. That's the biggest thing that I got out of that job was, working with people you grew up with, working with people that you became friends with, and sharing the same goals. This job is a calling. Back then when I first got on, once you were hired and you're there for a few years, you were locked in. I was very thankful that they put their trust in me to be the deputy chief. I loved every minute. I mean, of course, you're going to have your ups and downs, but that's life in general. But you take the good with the bad and you move on, and it was a wonderful experience. And not just for the people inside the police department, I developed relationships, but with other people within other departments of the town, the fire department, DPW, recreation. You get to work hand in hand with all those people over the years. It's just fantastic when you get a chance to work with so many good people.
All of us here at BCAT congratulate Deputy Chief Bob Kirchner on his retirement. I'm BNews reporter Tad Stefanak.
There was also some other recent retirement news involving Burlington's Council on Aging Director Marge Yetman. Yetman announced at a recent Select Board meeting that she plans to retire in August of 2027. We talked to Marge about her decision and what the next chapter might look like when she was in the studio for her monthly update.
I've been here almost 25 years now, so it's been a career. It's been amazing. It's been there've been ups, there've been downs, probably more ups than downs. But when I originally took this position, I did not think it was going to be as political as it was, which kind of blew me away. But I've gotten used to doing that. Still love working with the seniors. Love working with everyone in town. But it's I think it's time for a change and time for me to move on. Kind of on a personal note, when my mom passed away a few years ago, one of her deathbed wishes was that I retire early. So I'm trying to do that for her. Awesome. So that I have time to enjoy myself. So I know the next question is, what are you going to do with yourself? I'm going to travel as much as I've been traveling, hopefully a little bit more. More time at the gym, more time, being outside and enjoying nature and just seeing the world with my husband.
Burlington Buzz is running an ongoing Nominate a Neighbor contest, highlighting Burlington's residents who make a positive impact in the community. Robert Paris has more.
Burlington Buzz is inviting residents to take part in an ongoing community recognition effort called Nominate a Neighbor. The program encourages people to highlight someone in Burlington who makes a difference in the lives of others.
People like to read about other people. I want to know more about the people who are supporting everyday life in Burlington. You know, the person that's going out and shoveling your walkway, you know, cleaning your gutters for you, or putting your packages inside when you're out of town, or, you know, the people who are volunteering for sports teams, the people who are, you know, showing up when a loved one passes away, or putting a fundraiser together, like all of those folks who don't always get the attention that maybe they probably don't want, but do deserve, because they've been supporting their neighbors in the community.
Nominees could be volunteers, caregivers, coaches, veterans, parents, or neighbors who quietly help others without expecting recognition.
As the year goes on, you'll start seeing these resident spotlights pop up, and we'll be sure to tag them, nominate a neighbor, so that people know that this is somebody that's been, you know, suggested to us by somebody in the community as somebody to really keep an eye on.
The contest is ongoing, so residents can submit nominations at any time.
www.burlington.buzz/contest. You should be able to nominate somebody there. You just have to fill in a quick Google form. It could be one sentence, or it could be 5 paragraphs, and just really explain why it is that you think this person should be nominated. And we will follow up when we decide to profile that person for more information.
Recognizing these individuals shine a light on the people who make Burlington a special place to live.
I really think that it is an opportunity to get to know the human side of Burlington and see how connected we all are together.
I'm Robert Paris for BNEWS Weekly.
Members of Temple Shalom Emeth recently gathered to celebrate Purim, a joyful Jewish holiday that commemorates the story of Queen Esther and the saving of the Jewish people in ancient Persia. Children arrived in costume as part of the celebration. The temple marks the holiday each year by rewriting the Book of Esther into a themed musical. This year's theme was Lilo and Stitch, chosen by the temple's confirmation class. Celebration also included hamachen making, which I think is a square cookie, face painting, and other family activities. The Middlesex Sheriff's Office recently held training for more than 120 officers using its mobile training center at the Middlesex Jail and House of Correction. The traveling unit is equipped with interactive technology that allows officers to take part in realistic scenarios focused on communication, de-escalation, and decision-making. Officials say the training helps officers build the skills needed to safely respond to complex situations. Burlington Animal Control is reminding residents to pick up after their dogs during the winter months when snow can hide pet waste around town. When the snow melts, the waste often reappears on sidewalks, parks, and school grounds. Officials say pet waste can also carry harmful bacteria and parasites. If left on the ground, rain can wash it into storm drains, which flow directly into local streams, ponds, and wetlands without being treated. Animal Control says responsible pet ownership is simple. Collect the waste, seal it in a bag, and dispose of it in a trash container. Officials say these steps apply everywhere, even in less visible areas. They say keeping Burlington's public spaces clean is a shared responsibility for everyone who uses them. The Burlington Democratic Town Committee has announced it will hold a caucus on Monday, March 16th to elect delegates to the 2026 Massachusetts Democratic State Convention. The caucus will take place at the Town Hall Annex Basement Meeting Room, with registration beginning at 4:30 p.m. and the meeting starting at 5. Up to 15 delegates and 4 alternates will be elected. Registered and pre-registered Democrats in Burlington are eligible to participate. Full details about the caucus can be found on our website. It's becoming a bit of a tradition here at BCAT. Each year around Oscar season, we check in with our entertainment reporter Chris Flaherty for his predictions on Hollywood's biggest nights. I recently sat down with Chris to get his picks for this year's Academy Awards.
Jessie Buckley as Agnes Shakespeare has cleaned up. She got the Golden Globe, the Critics' Choice, and the BAFTA. The only threat to her really is Rose Byrne, because she got the Golden Globe for musical comedy. But I mean, history shows like when you have the drama and the musical comedy Golden Globe, they typically float towards the drama. And this performance from Jesse Buckley is heartbreaking. It's Timothée Chalamet's time. I mean, he got the Golden Globe, he got the Critics' Choice. He was nominated for playing Bob Dylan last year.
Yeah, I thought that was unbelievable.
It was unbelievable. And he won the Screen Actors Award, which was kind of shocking when he didn't go on to win Best Picture. So I think if he wins on Sunday, it's a clear path to the Oscars for him. This is a new category this year, and I'm really excited to see what happens with this one. It's a little hard to say who's going to win this because there's no real casting awards in other things like Golden Globes.
Right, nothing comparative.
Yeah.
But I would think that Sinners would have an edge here because the sheer numbers in the cast.
Yeah, I would say this is
Sinners
Sinners Award. I know it's nominated for a lot. I feel like this is the easiest one it can get because it won the Critics' Choice for Best Casting Ensemble. And
this has 16 nominations.
16 nominations. It broke the record for the most nominations, which that doesn't necessarily mean most wins.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. I think it's going to be pretty easy to say that One Battle After Another is going to get this award because Gold Derby, which is the best prediction site for awards winners, and right now One Battle After Another is at an odds of 77.37% of winning Best Picture. And then the closest trailing is Sinners at 17.70%.
Okay, have you got Train Dreams down there for what their percent is?
It's way down there.
Yeah.
But after Sinners, you're after zero.
Right.
So I'm sorry to say, but One Battle After Another and Sinners were kind of like the big front runners this year. I mean, clearly Sinners broke records with 16 nominations.
Right.
We've seen films that have broken that record before and have come home like with just 1 or 2 trophies.
Right.
I think the last time the gap between wins and nominations was really close was Slumdog Millionaire in 2009, where it won 8 out of 10. So I'd be really happy if we saw that happen with Sinners, but I'm not going to hold my breath.
After the Screen Actors Guild Awards, Chris's predictions have changed a bit. With Sinners and Michael B. Jordan's wins, the odds may have shifted against One Battle After Another. You can watch our full Oscar special now on BCAT and on our website. Some spring-like temperatures are finally on the way, and that could help melt away some of the snow around town. We'll have a look at this week's weather right after our community calendar.
Hey everyone, I'm Gretchen Carey, and this is your Community Calendar. On March 12th and 19th from 5 to 6:30 p.m., the Burlington Recreation Department will be having a beginner iPhone class. For more information and to register, go to their website. On March 13th from 4 to 6 p.m., the Burlington Public Library will be having a teen movie and ice cream event. Pre-registration is required. For more information and to register, go to the library website. On March 14th from 7 to 10 p.m., the Burlington Community Scholarship Foundation is having a trivia night, St. Patty's style. The event will be held at the Billerica Elks. For more information and tickets, go to the following website. For more community calendar events, go to bcattv.org, burlingtonpubliclibrary.org, and burlingtonrecreation.org. I'm Gretchen Carey, and that was your Community Calendar.
Hey everyone, this is Chris Flaherty with your BNEWS Weather Report, filling in for Peter Brown, who is out this week. It's a new month and temperatures are starting to increase, but unfortunately we've still got to get through some wintry conditions before spring is in full swing. Friday will be a mix of snow and rain with a high of 38 and a low of 33. Saturday will shift to mostly rain and temperatures will go as high as 56 and as low as 41. Sunday will be more of the same with a high of 55 and a low of 34. Monday, ironically, is the best looking day on the outlook. It will be partly cloudy with a high of 60 and a low of 35. That spring-like feeling will be short-lived, however, because we will get more rain Tuesday into Wednesday. Tuesday's at a high of 58 and a low of 33, and Wednesday's at a high of 42 and a low of 34. And the loop closes on Thursday as we're back to a mix of snow and rain with a high of 39 and a low of 27. And that will do it for our weather report. I'm Chris Flaherty filling in for Peter Brown. Stay safe, stay dry, and have a great week.
It's an exciting time for Burlington sports as both basketball and hockey teams continue their strong run in the playoffs. Here's Juliana McGrain with this week's BNews Sports Report.
Hey everyone, I'm Juliana McGrain with this week's Sports Report. The boys basketball team is on fire in the MIAA playoffs, picking up dominant wins in both home games in the round 32 of the Sweet 16. Let's go to those highlights.
It was a dominant start on both ends of the floor. Burlington exploded for 28 points in the first quarter, while holding Holliston to just 8. The Devils kept the pressure on in the second, adding 21 more points. The Panthers scored 14, but Burlington took a commanding 49-22 lead into halftime. Coming out of the break, the Devils continued to pour it on. Burlington added 29 points in the third, while Holliston added 17, stretching the lead to a big 78-38 score. In the fourth, Burlington finished off with 17 more points. Holliston scored 20. The final in the Vanilla Gymnasium, Burlington 95, Holliston 58. Burlington delivered a dominant performance as they cruised to a 70-46 victory over the Long Meadow Lancers. The game quickly got out of hand in the first quarter, with Burlington jumping out to a commanding 24-7 lead. The Devils kept the momentum going in the second quarter at another 18 points, while the Lancers managed just 8. Burlington went into halftime with a 42-15 advantage. They slowed down the pace slightly in the third quarter, scoring 9 points, while Long Meadow began to chip away at the lead, cutting the score 53-34. The Devils sealed the win in the fourth quarter, closing out the game with a 70-46 final. With the victory, Burlington completes an undefeated season at home this year, including the playoffs. Senior Charlie Poehler led the way with 26 points, senior Matt Gray added 17, while junior Leon Secondi finished with 13 points. They now advance to the Elite 8 round and will be on the road against the Masconomet Regional.
The boys hockey team also had two big wins at home in the round 32 of the Sweet 16. Let's take a look at those highlights.
The Red Devils came out flying in the first period, scoring 3 goals. Senior forwards Giacomo Bernelli and Ryan McElroy each found the back of the net, along with freshman forward Matthew Almschneider, giving Burlington an early 3-0 lead. In the second period, Plymouth North got on the board with a goal from Dominic Palladino to make it 3-1. Burlington answered shortly after as sophomore forward Nick Tulipano extended the lead to 4-1. Junior forward James Gordon added another goal later in the period, pushing the Red Devils ahead 5-1 before the second intermission. Senior forward Ryan McGuinney closed out the third period with a goal, sealing a 6-1 victory for Burlington. The Devils kept things rolling at home in the Sweet 16. The first period was a defensive battle, with both teams holding strong and neither side able to find the back of the net. The second period was a different story. Sophomore forward Nick Tulipano scored first for Burlington with a 1-0 lead. Later in the period, junior defenseman Aiden Scalia added another goal to put the Devils ahead 2-0. Late in the third period, with exactly 1:21 remaining, junior forward James Gordon scored into an empty net to extend the lead and seemingly sealing the game. Duxbury added a goal in the final seconds, but it was not enough. Offensively, the Devils recorded 8 shots on goal in the first period, 10 in the second, and 6 in the third, for a total of 24 shots. Senior goaltender Colin McLeod made 18 saves in net. With the win, the Devils advanced to the Elite 8 for the first time since the 2013 state championship season.
The Devils move on to the semifinals to face Canton with a trip to the state championships on the line after defeating the Concord Carlisle Patriots.
It was a quiet first period for the Red Devils, as neither team could score, keeping the game at 0-0. Things picked up in the second period when Nick Tulipano scored first for the Devils to make it 1-0. Concord Carlisle tied the game up late in the second, 1-1. It was all Devils in the third period as Aiden Shanahan, Nick Tulipano, and Ryan McWinney each scored a goal, cruising to a 4-1 victory and a trip to the semifinals.
The girls' basketball team opened the postseason with a win at home last Friday, defeating the Middleborough Sackhams 51-37 in the preliminary rounds. The Devils fell behind 12-0 in the first quarter, but quickly regrouped, rallying for a 51-37 victory. Senior Ava Sakari led the way with 16 points. Sophomore Zara Ochi added 10, while junior Aaron Riley and senior Brooke Baglio each finished with 9. Their season came to a close in the round 32 on the road against St. Mary's Spartans of Lynn with a total of 68-36. The girls hockey team also competed in the round of 32 on the road, where their season came to a close after a heartbreaking 4-3 loss against the Natuza Regional Warriors. Senior Carly Weaver wraps up her Burlington career as the team's lone departing senior. Sophomore captains Maximilian Schwartzman at 106 pounds and Cameron Bonnell at 165 pounds competed in the All-State Wrestling Tournament at the Mass Mutual Center in Springfield on March 1st and 2nd. Schwartzman earned as the number 2 lead and had a strong run, earning 2 wins on Sunday before defeating Kyle Doobie of Shawsheen Tech Monday morning to reach the finals. He finished as the All-State runner-up after falling to Central Catholic's Sam Winship. Bonnell ended the tournament as the number 3 seed. He opened up to win with a win over Logan Schripper of Pembroke, then defeated Matt Patterson of Middleborough, and then Jake Thompson of Weymouth before finishing 4th overall. With the strong performances from the 2 sophomore captains, Burlington placed 12th out of 155 teams statewide, the program's highest finish since 2020. Stay tuned to our sports section at bcattv.org and follow us on X at BNEWS Sports for the latest updates as we follow the boys basketball and hockey teams during the postseason. That's all for this week. I'm Juliana McGrain. Back to you guys in the studio.
As you just saw in sports, the Burlington boys hockey team continues an impressive run in the state tournament, earning a spot in the Final Four. This week's Red Devil Shoutout goes to the entire Red Devils team.
This week's Red Devil Shoutout goes to the Burlington boys hockey team, who are making an exciting run in the state tournament. The Devils punched their ticket to the Final Four with a strong 4-1 victory in the Elite Eight, earning a state semifinal trophy and continuing an exciting postseason run. Players say the moment is something they'll remember.
I think our team played with confidence, and I just feel like, we put in the work and good result. It was amazing. We never done this. We haven't done it since 2013, so it was great.
I mean, it's unreal. I can't believe it. Still trying to process it. Just can't believe it.
It's been a total team effort throughout the playoffs, with contributions across the ice and strong support from teammates and fans. Head coach Bobby Conceition Jr. says the team's focus and chemistry have helped carry them through the tournament.
Our third period's been our best period all year, and we did it again tonight. We have the depth to wear teams down, and that's what we did tonight. So that's a good team that we played. They battled really hard. They have a really good goalie. And we just kept at it and kept at it. And we knew we were going to be in for a battle, and we ended up coming out on the right side. It was awesome, but not until the very end. We just wanted to continue to play the right way. We found a way to get a couple of goals. I'm just so happy for our players, especially our seniors, to have such a great experience.
For the players, coaches, and Red Devil fans across Burlington, it's been an exciting ride, one the community is proud to celebrate. Congratulations to the Burlington boys hockey team on an incredible playoff run. This is the Red Devil Shoutout.
This week's photo of the week comes from Mary Leach, who sent in this beautiful picture of a northern cardinal. A popular and comforting phrase rooted in folklore suggests that seeing a bright red cardinal can be a sign from a heavenly messenger. Thank you, Mary. We'd like to see your photos. The photos could be of something you see around town, on vacation, or even photos of your family and pets. Whatever you think is interesting and would like to share. Send them to bcat@bcattv.org with the subject line Photo of the Week. That's our show for this week. Be sure to follow our website and social media for all the latest Red Devil playoff action. Don't forget we spring ahead this weekend as daylight savings time begins, which means we lose an hour of sleep but gain longer evenings. Have a great weekend and enjoy the warmer temperatures. Thank you for joining us.